Let me turn this fucking Packer game off.
We're live.
Let me turn the fucking Packers
We're
game
live.
off. We're what? We're live. Hi, everybody. I am the General for the moment because fuck this company. Night of Champions just ended and something is fucking rattling around on the table I'm at. Hang on. Okay. Night of Champions just ended. A WWE pay-per-view in the year 2015. Not 2015 for you fucking dummies who say it like that out there. 2015, a pay-per-view just ended with Kane. Kane returning, wearing the same stupid mask, and laying everybody out. Sheamus and Seth Rollins. Because it's 2015, and the ratings are in the shitter, and Vince McMahon's grand fucking plan was to bring back Kane. Kane! To end a WWE pay-per-view in 2015 with Kane standing tall, having fucking taken out everybody. So, all you people who you moaned and you whined and you complained and he's too old and he can't give you a good match and he's just, oh, I don't like his fucking bald spot and he was great in the Attitude Era. He wasn't even that good in the Attitude Era. And all you motherfuckers. First of all, eat your crow. Double entendre for the fucking win. Eat the crow. That was a fucking awesome match from the 56-year-old man. I'm not going to say it was as good as the Cena match, but it really wasn't that much worse than the Cena match. And credit to Rollins. Great wrestler. That's fine. Okay? But it was a fucking really good match. And he lost. Yeah, is that why I'm pissed? Yeah. Is this Mark Geno? Abso-fucking-lutely. At the same time, if this wasn't my job, I'd be done. I would abso-fucking-lutely 100% be done. This is Mark pissed. This is, I can't believe that these people are running this company. That this is what you come up with. Your big fucking thing here is Kane. Kane. So everyone who was pissed about Sting, everyone who was mad and said he couldn't have a good match, he just proved you wrong. He had a fucking awesome match. And yeah, it was with Rollins, and Rollins is great, and that's fine. But yeah, he's the fucking champion. Oh, he didn't deserve the fucking thing or whatever, and how stupid that is, and we've talked about that. But again, great fucking match. Super good story. Not nearly as sloppy as other matches that were good stories, but were fucking really sloppy and terrible, and everyone wants to act like it's fucking Savage Steamboat. I'm talking about the Divas, but I'm bailing after this bullshit, so I'm not talking about that. They had a really good fucking match, everybody. And tell me, give me a good reason. You cannot give me a good reason why Sting shouldn't have won the fucking title. Why can you not satisfy? Okay, here's the thing, too. Is you go, well, all you're going to do is satisfy the fucking 10 people who are Sting marks like Geno. Fuck Geno. Right. How many marks are there for Seth Rollins? Like, nobody. Everyone fucking hates him. You know how I know this? No one's watching the fucking show. Your ratings are abysmal. They're going to do a fucking 2.8 tomorrow. 2.8 million viewers. They're going to do a fucking 1.9 in the rating, and they're going to... What's going on? I don't understand. It could be that literally no one on earth gives a shit about your champion other than his fucking racist fucking Nazi girlfriend. Maybe that's why he's wearing all white to the fucking ring. And Kane. So you're so mad about Sting getting the shot? Guess what you have to look forward to now, ladies and gentlemen? Seth Rollins versus Kane, or Seth Rollins versus Sheamus. I hope you're all fucking happy, and I hope WWE's happy with the... seriously, I already cancel your network subscription. It's already the tag I used on Twitter. I'll keep using it. They just showed you tonight, fuck you, basically, is what tonight was. If you can please anybody or displease everybody, don't you think you'd try to please the few that you can? Don't you think you would go, you know what? If everyone fucking hates this, no one likes this, and the good heat, bad heat, and all this, and we talked about that, and to a degree, yeah, you're right. But I'm to the point now, this is just, it's a job. This is how I pay my bills. I live in this house. I pay for everything in my life based off this job. If I didn't have this job, oh my God, the NFL, the garbage fucking dumpster fire Roger Goodell run NFL would get my business before WWE would, because Kane, because Shane, because I'm so fucking I don't get it. I don't even, and even just when you're not, I just wanted Sting to win. And you know what I did? I wanted to have a moment. Like, is that so fucking bad? Is it so fucking bad to give Sting a moment? Do you have to? He can't beat Rollins after Cena just beat him in a match. Afterward, he fucking AA'd him on the outside. Like, you still can't win? So, like, essentially, Sting is just a piece of... He's the toilet paper in Vince McMahon's bathroom. That's what Sting is. That's what tonight showed. That's it. And tonight showed that they have learned abso-fucking-lutely nothing from anything. The big mystery return was Chris Jericho. Chris, I'm never going to be a surprise again because I've tried the surprise gimmick a million times. Jericho, at least he's willing to do the fucking job to big-ass McStrongman, who at this point is the only reason this show is worth watching. You've reduced this show. The only thing worth watching is a dude who looks like fucking Snitsky and Heidenreich fucked each other, and that's what came out. This is what you've done to this fucking show. To this... I'm done. F minus. F fucking minus. I don't even want to write a recap. I don't want anything to do with this fucking... I'm just so... Seriously, if I had a different job line... I'm looking for a new line of work as we speak. I'm dead fucking... I hate everything about all of this. This is garbage program. You watching this, understand that they fucking think you're the biggest waste of space ever. Advertisers don't think anything of you. That's why this shit is what it is, because of shit like this. You are nothing. You are an insignificant speck, and what you think doesn't mean shit. What we think doesn't mean... Everything they did tonight was just a huge, gigantic step back. Every fucking step of the way. Fuck this company. I'm done.
Hey, everybody. I'm Sean, and this is my friend Matt.
Hi.
And we're going to talk to you about WWE's Night of Champions pay-per-view.
Yeah, welcome to Cageside Live After the Bell.
I don't think Geno liked it.
I couldn't tell. I think I think that a lot of Geno's problems though are not so much the WWE but the Chicago Bears game.
It didn't help. He didn't have a good day.
Geno had a bad day, guys. Geno.
I had a good day in football. You had a middle of the road day, I guess. What's the word on Romo? What is it?
Fractured
broken penis.
Fractured clavicle, non-throwing arm. So he's out 4 to 6 weeks.
Ugh. Who's the backup?
Brandon Whedon.
Oh.
We won today. We're about to, we're about to get
2-0. You're better off being 2-0 before you lose Dez and him.
Yeah, I mean, like here's the thing. Like losing Dez Bryant sucks and losing Romo sucks, but like our receiving core is not bad. Like we still have pretty decent team. So I'm not. Like,
the offensive line is stout. The defense has got it is good. You'd be all right.
Yeah, I'm not ready to abandon ship. It just
that division's not any good anyway. So
no, it's arguably the worst besides NFC South. So like, I'm not sweating it. But there was wrestling tonight.
That's right. That's right.
This is a show that we talk about wrestling, Sean.
I know we do. So what did you? So what overall? We got Geno's F minus. How was it? How was it for you overall?
So I was one of those people that Geno was talking about that just didn't expect anything of this of Sting, and so I was impressed. I thought that there were a lot of high notes. Like Geno is upset about the way that they booked the finish, and I get that. I mean, but I don't know what you like. Do you do? We'll get into it, I guess, but like, I don't see how they could have booked it any other way, really, besides like not having Kane and just having Sheamus cashing in, because I guess we could work backwards a little bit since let's just work backwards
since talked about it already. I mean, like I said, yeah, I'm with you. We were ragging Geno after the Raw after SummerSlam. I'm not a big Sting fan. He actually, props to him. I mean, he looked better tonight than he did in the last 5 years of TNA. I hope he's all right. I mean, he had some sort of nasty thing on his arm after the table spot. He looked like he might have gotten a concussion. I don't know, the one where he collapsed after Rollins tossed him off the ropes. That looked like a shoot to me, but I don't know. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, that didn't look that didn't look like a work collapse. And he's never been that good of an actor. So like,
right.
Like this is a guy that was in Thunder in Paradise and Ready to Rumble, and he was awful in both of them.
Yeah.
Like,
so he went. I did not expect him to be taking table spots and doing stuff off the top. So in some ways, I reacted to this the same way I did Taker Lesnar at SummerSlam. I was expecting them to do this like super overbooked thing to protect him, and he just went out there and did everything. And props to him, props to Rollins. He actually got me pulling for him and going into it, which I think was a tough trick because Rollins essentially had just gotten his ass kicked, so he's sort of fighting from underneath, even though he's a big heel.
Right.
And I'm one of those people. I am still kind of a Seth Rollins mark. I wish his promos would I wish his promos would get past the level of just being grating annoying and into some other kind of like an entertaining annoying.
Right.
But I'm not done with him. I mean, he delivered for an hour, 50 minutes tonight. Great matches. The Cena match it was a lot like their SummerSlam match, but at great spots. So yeah, like you said, anyway, but I mean, I expected Rollins to win. And I mean, I guess you could have left the whole cash-in thing off completely and not brought Kane out, but I think they want to do a Kane match at Hell in a Cell. And if you're going to burn that feud off, which they've been building that feud for a long time, you might as well do it on a show where you also are going to have fucking Taker Lesnar again. So it doesn't have to be the main event.
Right.
So if you're gonna prolong Rollins' reign, which I'm in favor of, you get this Sting match to do that, and now you're gonna have a Kane match to do that, and you're doing it in sort of this dead period where you've got all this Lesnar stuff going on. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, so here's my thoughts on the match. It wasn't. It was a very, very good match, and like again, I was ragging on Sting. I didn't think that he was going to be able to have any sort of a match because the one that he had with Triple H at WrestleMania was awful. That was a low point for WrestleMania for me. I didn't expect him to actually be able to have a good match. And yeah, like again, as Geno brought up, he's in the ring with Seth Rollins, who's arguably one of the three best wrestlers in the WWE right now. And I'm gonna, again, I'm a Cena mark, so I'm gonna put Cena in there and Cesaro. Like Seth Rollins, like they're 1, 2, and 3, and it's like 1A, 1B, 1C. But like he was taking the spots that I didn't expect him to do. So like I didn't expect him to take the turnbuckle power bomb spots.
Yeah.
Like the table spot was crazy. The jumping off the top rope, and it seems like what happens with a lot of these guys that come back is like they want to be able to show that they can still do it with these the best wrestlers today, and no diss to the guys that were in WCW, but their best wrestlers that were in WCW never got to reach the point of Seth Rollins. So like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko never got to this level where they were like pushing Sting to actually have a good match. So I didn't expect him to have anything. I thought it was a great match. I thought it was a very, very good match. Like the only way that you could have done it, like that Geno would have been happy is if Sting won the title, which then you have the real life, he's 58 years old or 60 years old, like this super athlete of a champion, and then like you're gonna have him take the bro kick from Sheamus. Like that's the only way that you could do it. And so like I guess you could do like the Daniel Bryan losing post beating John Cena like that same way, but I think that this was the better way of doing it. I could do without Kane. Like I don't know. I think Kane's the big sore spot, but at the same time, like the Kane Seth Rollins like storyline is the most cohesive story that the WWE has had this year.
And it probably feeds into the Triple H story that they want to tell with Rollins, which I guess that's where I would agree with Geno more, is that I do have problems with the overall booking. Like we should there should be like a compelling baby face that's chasing Rollins. It should be, whether it's Ambrose, whether it's Reigns, they should be building to something like that. And it feels like they're spinning their wheels and they're going to have him go through these old guys. And so, I mean, is there a better way to do it? Yes. But with what they've put together, I don't have a problem with the way they did it tonight.
Right.
I guess so I'm not saying like, yay, this was the great. I love how this was booked necessarily, but I didn't get as worked up about it as Geno did or some other people did. So,
look, it wasn't perfect. I think it was good though, and I think that I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt on it because it was, they actually did it pretty decently. Like the match itself was great. And it followed another great match with Cena. So like it closed the show really, really, really nicely.
I mean, we didn't even talk about it. I mean, but coming into this, we didn't know that they were going to put them on back to back like this. I thought that was a cool decision.
Yeah, I figured that the world heavyweight title was going to open the show, and then give Rollins like kind of a rest in the back, so he can actually like tear the house down with John Cena. Instead, like Rollins worked like 50 minutes tonight.
Yeah,
and both matches.
And it worked too. It wasn't like a lot of rest holds, or it was, like I said, it wasn't like a schmoz. There wasn't. They didn't have a lot of run-ins and stuff. That stuff came after he won.
Right.
So,
like the complaint is Kane, but again, like you need to look at it from the greater storyline standpoint, and it's the fact that Kane Seth Rollins has been the most consistent WWE storyline of the year.
Yep.
So they need to pay that off somehow.
Yeah, and we're not going to want, and maybe it won't even be Hell in a Cell. That's my guess. But maybe they'll do it on Raw. Maybe they'll do it at that house show in Madison Square Garden they got coming up. I don't know, but it does make. I mean, if they're going to bring him back, and we know they are, because Vince loves to. I mean, at least the Big Show wasn't on the show tonight. Mark Henry wasn't the surprise partner for Reigns and Ambrose. So there was. I mean, it wasn't all of Vince's worst habits come out to play, but there were a lot of them. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, there was enough on here, like you said. Overall, there was enough on here that I did like that I'm not willing to bury the whole thing for the stuff that I didn't like.
Right. I mean, like we can talk about the match beforehand, which was the Cena Rollins match, and like I wrote an article about it, Sean. We still need to have that.
I know. Well, that's because fucking Doors quit on me, and now I don't know. We still need to pull that together. It'll give us a reason to promote the post again, though.
Right. I mean, like but here's the thing, like. John Cena is legitimately one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. And I feel really comfortable making that statement. And, like, he's doing things that, like, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to try and do hurricanranas and, red alerts and, like, all this shit that, like, kind of sloppy but still looks pretty good. Like, he's working. And, I don't know, man. And
I would say he's even learning some because he didn't we didn't get a springboard stunner tonight. He's still doing some shit that makes me nervous when he does it, like the that Hurricane Rana counter when Rollins had him up for the powerbomb. That ended up looking great, but I gasped a little bit because I thought somebody might get their neck broken.
Yep.
But he's adapting his stuff. Like he looks like he's getting rid of the stuff that's not working. I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, he's one of the best sports entertainers ever, and I don't say that completely as a diss because there are skills to this that you can't just take any indie guy and say go main event a WWE pay-per-view. He's got an understanding of all of that is necessary, and he does it really well. And he works great with Rollins. The two of them. It was a very similar match to the SummerSlam match without the screwy finish, and I still loved it.
Yeah, I mean, like the super rad thing would be like he could go to the G1 Climax. He can go to Battle of Los Angeles, and he could tear the house down with all those people. Like,
yeah, and he could actually finally play a heel in one of them too, which would be fun.
Yeah, like Cena, like he has turned into in the twilight of his career, he's turned into a great wrestler, and this match showed. I was so happy with this match, and yeah, like I guess it might not have been as good as the SummerSlam one, but the finish was better, and I think that gave me an overall better feeling about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the return of the Open Challenge. I think that was I mean, that's the best. That's the most over that Cena's been with the widest cross section of fans. Is what he's done since WrestleMania there. So it's good to get him back to that. That's a good use for him right now. If you're not going to have him go after Rollins again, which the rumors are is that they don't have any plans to do that this year. When he breaks Flair's record, it'll be 2016 and beyond. Yeah, I mean, do they need to do the stuff in between the matches where he AAs Rollins on the floor? Probably not, but I don't think they're too concerned about protecting Sting. So, I mean, that's one thing. If you are a Sting mark, I feel for you a little bit because this was another reminder that not only is he back to put people over, but I think there's always going to be a little bit of Vince is going to, fuck you, I beat WCW, and I'm going to make sure everybody remembers it. It goes on whenever they book him. So,
yeah, I mean, I guess that's the big thing is that it feels. It kind of just feels that way that that this is a shot at WCW. I mean, but like, how many more times do you need to remind us? Like,
yeah.
it's been 15 years, so the only people that remember, like none of your your new fans have any idea that WCW existed, and the people that are still watching the product that would know about WCW, like, I'm good. Like, I got to watch some really good matches in WCW.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was never so much of a like one company versus the other company anyway. That wasn't. I don't know. I guess probably because I was a little bit older when it was going on. I could see where you could get that way, but.
No, but what I'm saying is like to me, there's no reason to kill like somebody's legacy.
Because, I agree. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You won. Like you prove that you're better. That you're the better businessman. You won. Like, you don't need to take the final little like, ha, got him. Like, killing off your final hero. It's like, who gives a shit, man? Like, Vince, you won, and like it. I don't need to be reminded that you did win, and that's the only thing. Like, Sting. On the flip side, though, like, I'm happy that he's coming back to put people over because that's what he should be doing. Like, he's 58 years old. He shouldn't be getting a title run.
Right. And it's nice to see. And I think probably there is something to him for him, after spending all this time through his own choice, working in TNA, which could be, embarrassing, I'm sure. And a lot of times, like in front of like 200 people at a house show, to be back and to have people going crazy for him with 15,000 people in a big venue like this in the main event of a pay-per-view. I mean, what else would you rather be doing at 56 years old if what you've done your whole adult life is pro wrestling? You'd rather be doing this. He's not worried about wins and losses, so we shouldn't be too worried about it.
Right. What was before this? What was before the Cena match? It was the.
It was the. Wasn't that when Jericho returned?
Yep.
Jericho is mystery partner.
Yep. Man,
yeah,
I was hoping the fan was a mystery partner.
What is up, dude? Seriously, what is up with why do the Shield guys attract this freaky fan attention and can't get some fucking security around the barricade instead of after they get into the ring?
So here's the first thing. That guy legitimately looked like he was like I at first thought it was Joey Mercury.
Yeah.
Like bald guy. He was wearing.
He cosplayed it up. He was ready. Yeah.
Like he was ready, and like Bray Wyatt kind of saved the whole thing when he was like, "Oh, that's your mystery partner,
your boy, yeah, whatever, yeah,
partner." Look, fans, please stop trying to jump the fence. Stop trying to like be a part of the night. Like, it's not. This isn't going into business for you. Like, this isn't the fans like going into business for themselves and starting chants.
No, if you want to do the wave, that's fine. I'll get annoyed, but I'm not going to fucking gasp in fear.
But like, legitimately, like, your safety is at risk, and so are the people that are in the ring. And if like something happens because a crazy fan like decided to enter the arena with a knife, Like, this isn't the old NWA like Mid-South days.
Right.
Like, these aren't like
This
these
isn't a grandmother like hitting Flair with an umbrella or something.
yeah, like these guys are tough, but it's not like Harley Race after an event going to the bar and getting to a bar fight tough.
Right.
Like, Harley Race, totally different. Overall, kind of changing it. Look, Geno was right again. Like the Chris Jericho return wasn't really that great. He's looking more and more out of shape every single time he does come back.
Why? Here's my thing, and I love Chris Jericho. I will always be a Jericho-holic. I am not. He doesn't have any kind of heat with me. I mean, am I excited about this one as when he came back for the Rumble a few years ago? No, of course not. But I still popped. It still made sense in the story. But yeah, I don't. Why is he wearing, especially in this match where no one wears traditional ring gear? Nobody even wears tights. Everybody wears pants and like flak jackets. And why is he the only one dressed up for like a swimming pool party? It's not a good look for him. I mean, he's in great shape for however old he is. He's my age. I don't look that good with my shirt off. Spoiler alert for anybody who would ever see me with my shirt off, which is nobody. So, but yeah, he shouldn't. That's not a good look for him. It's not.
Yeah,
Don't do that, Chris. Put on. He used to wear long tights. That's the thing. He could go back to his old look, and it would look better.
Or he had the street fight with CM Punk, and he wore jean shorts. Like you could do whatever you want. Like, it's cool that he was the one that took the job, and so the Shield guys look good. Big ass strongman looks great. Like overall, it wasn't bad booking. It just to me it didn't make sense.
Well, and I think for me, I'm also withholding judgment here because it looked like they're setting something up. Jericho's going to feud with one of those guys. I think either Ambrose or Reigns.
Yeah, he'll feud with.
Which I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for heel Jericho. I think a lot of why he's stale with people is because he's never been that great of a babyface, and as a returning part-timer, he was sort of forced into that role because people were going to cheer him no matter what. But if he gets a chance to really be like a smarmy heel again, I think he'll win some people back over. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I said, I'm a Jericho-holic, so.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, hopefully it can just make sense. My big thing is I think we're at the point where Chris Jericho returning isn't a big deal anymore.
I agree with you. Yeah,
like when he first introduced the light up jacket, that would have been cause for a yellow bar at the top of Cageside seats.
Mm-hmm.
Like, breaking news. Now it's just like, oh, Jericho's back.
But he never really leaves because we all know he's like working house shows and he's doing stuff. He's Tough Enough, which I didn't watch. I knew he was on there with Austin again. So it's not like he's gone. It's just he hasn't been on TV as a wrestler. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Who would have really popped the crowd here with all the build they put into it? I mean, they tried to tease The Rock, but everybody knew that wasn't happening. If Daniel Bryan could have been cleared, that would have been huge.
Savio
Vega or Great Khali, obviously, would have been big pops. There was a rumor that MVP was backstage tonight. But talking about somebody that the fan today wouldn't even recognize probably unless you were a hardcore fan who watches New Japan or TNA. So I don't know who they could have trotted out. If it was Rowan or Kane, we all would have shit on that too. So
yeah, I mean, like the only people on the current roster that would make sense, I guess you could say maybe.
I would have popped for Cesaro, which is a shame that he wasn't even on this card, but he doesn't really make sense in the feud.
He doesn't make sense in the feud. Like, I guess you could say somebody from NXT and cause that to be like a call up.
Yeah, but I don't think that's I don't think that's a big pop for the mainstream audience. That's you and me. We get excited if all of a sudden it's Finn Balor or I don't know Baron Corbin or whatever.
Bill Dumpster.
Bill
Dumpster debuts as the third member of the
new funny face down in NXT. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know that that's a huge spot. I don't know that that's the right spot here. I mean, I think one of the best things they could have done was have them gone 3-on-2 and really played up the the underdog thing. But I'm not sure if this feud is continuing in its current form. Maybe it's just Rowan versus Bray again while Deeb feuds with Jericho. I don't know what they're.
Yeah, you know what?
It's been going on for a long time now.
Eric Rowan would have made sense. Eric Rowan would have made sense as the third man because you could have played it off as why have you forsaken me? Like, Father, why have you forsaken me? And
right.
Like he was the white sheep and now the black sheep has replaced him. That would have made sense. I mean, like they kind of just got stuck with it, and I don't know. Jericho, I guess, at least he had like a feud with Bray Wyatt, but
yeah, and he did the right. I mean, he put over Big Ass McStrongman.
And he took the job, and he jobbed.
That's what tonight was about, and that's why I'm not. Was it a great match? Will I even really remember what happened in the match? Probably not. But the important things are Bray Wyatt got a win on pay-per-view, which doesn't happen that often. So ever since they put Big Ass McStrongman with Wyatt, they've actually been treating him like a heel faction that you should respect, which is what we've been asking for a long time. If they got a lot of work to do before I'll be convinced that he's going to go over anybody big one-on-one or anything, but it's a start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before that match was I want to say the women?
I think so. Yeah. So here's the deal. I defended Monday night a lot because I thought it did a good job of creating real heat on Nikki and making Charlotte sympathetic. And so by that token, I guess I should be more excited about this, but Charlotte is not very good is my problem here, I think. They didn't have a lot of faith in her. She didn't get to do much of anything. She got her ass kicked for 10 minutes, right? They trusted Nikki to ring general this thing, and she did an okay job with it. It wasn't great. But it was mostly Nikki beating the crap out of her, working the leg. And then all of a sudden, Charlotte hits the worst spear I've ever seen off of a top rope spot where Nikki was going to target the leg again. And then she puts in the figure 8, which requires the leg that she's supposed to be selling. And Nikki taps in 10 seconds. So I thought it was an okay match. The main reason I thought it was okay was because I liked the psychology they were using, but then they threw the psychology away for the finish. And I feel like it didn't pay off the heat that they started to generate on Monday. I would have been a lot more pissed off if Nikki still managed to win this and we really built to then down the road, maybe in another month, Charlotte had another chance or somebody else had another chance. They were just getting to where Nikki playing the heel was actually starting to work with people. She did a good job with that tonight, but now we're not doing that anymore. So I don't know.
I think the frustrating thing with Charlotte is she showed so much promise when she was in NXT, like a ton of promise.
Yeah, she came a long way in a short time too. Yeah,
and so like people got really really hyped that like she honestly has like she's going to be the future of women's wrestling, and she's fallen off so badly that like she's the worst of the team PCB.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even a question. But like for me, she's kind of in that Brie Bella area where like she shouldn't really be wrestling right now.
Yeah, but I don't know if I go that far, but yeah.
Like basic psychology, like you brought up, like her finisher is based on the fact that you need to use your leg. Mm-hmm. She also used to have what was she calling it, like the Hail to the Queen or whatever. That blockbuster that she did.
Yeah, now they call it natural selection or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking end it that way. And great, perfect. Why does she need a spear? Like again, she has no idea how to sell. This match, Nikki Bella's come so far. Like it would have been, I would have been totally fine if Nikki Bella retained the title. I really would have. It would have been fine.
Yeah, my thing. I don't think Charlotte. I mean, I wouldn't say Brie bad, but she's. I mean, when she was in NXT, she had the benefit of working with Sasha and Becky and Bayley, which are much better workers than
Age.
Yeah. My thing, I think the whole, starting with the fact that Charlotte as a babyface doesn't really work. She like her dad, she's a more natural heel. Even when she's cutting a face promo, she sounds like she's talking down to people. And then they just tell her to just say woo a lot and this, and do the figure eight, which is her, like you said, natural selection is a cool finisher, but when she's done it on Raw, they don't even call it. They want her to do this figure eight, which, arching your back doesn't do anything for the hold.
It actually makes it easier.
It alleviates the pressure. Yeah, it doesn't. It's a bad combination of things. They're pushing her because she's Ric Flair's daughter, not because of the athleticism that she has and the promise that she showed in NXT. And it's disappointing. They went for Monday night and tonight. They were going for this big, like, emotional, like, yay, Charlotte moment, but we're not that invested in her. They haven't given us any reason to be, other than that she says woo a lot. And they started to do that on Sunday, and they should have continued it and not just paid it off immediately. And that's frustrating. The only good side of this for me is as good as Nikki is, I do agree with what Lance Storm said like a month ago, which is they are a symbol of the old Divas division. So to actually start to change some things, they've got to step out of the spotlight. This is a step in that direction, maybe. And having a face champion means that we can get a heel challenger, which means the best wrestler in the world, in my opinion, right now, or at least the one that entertains me the most, Sasha Banks, should be getting a fucking title shot soon. And then we'll get back to, we can see Charlotte work somebody who she came up with and hopefully can carry her to a better match. And that, I don't know, more Sasha on my screen is always a good thing. So, but I didn't think that this was great. I mean, it was an okay match that I didn't agree with, that the finish was poorly executed, and I didn't like the decision behind the finish either. So for me, it was
none of this match worked. Like the big thing for me is I would rather them just end this bullshit Divas Revolution, team up, Team Bad and New Day, and just let me have my cake and eat it too, and just like, because this sucks. Like, what we're getting is not what we should be getting, and part of it is on the performers, and part of it is on just like the storyline that they're being presented and the producers. If you can't actually fulfill what you're promising, which is a Divas Revolution, kill it off. Like, just go back to what it was before. Let Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, Paige versus Charlotte, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, and let it be that way. And kill off these teams, because the teams don't make sense anyway. It's just, I'm done with the Divas Revolution, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a new thought, but what they need to do is they need to stop calling it. Just don't call it anything. Just give us 13-minute women's matches on pay-per-view where you actually let them tell a story, which they did tonight. I wasn't crazy about the story. But
it was a good story.
One thing they didn't do tonight was they didn't pinky swear and say we're causing a revolution and blah blah blah. They had the one promo backstage with Ric Flair, which is a little weird because it's kind of creepy to think you're going to go party while your dad picks up chicks that are probably younger than you. But that's the whole Ric Flair problem. But they didn't. It wasn't pinky swear revolution woo woo woo. It was just, we had a match, we told a story. Now we're going to tell some more stories. That's what they should do. Stop hashtag anything and just try to give us better women's wrestling and better stories. And that'll change people's minds. Don't tell us, do it. Don't tell us you're going to do it.
Right. So that was the only thing that I had from that match, is just have the good match. Don't tell me you're going to have a good match.
Exactly. And the shitty booking, I maybe it is progress, because the shitty booking that they got tonight is the same shitty booking we get from the men. It's not. It wasn't like specifically like, boob jokes or something, or calling them crazy sluts or anything like that. It was just, they got some crappy booking the same way half the men's matches on this show got crappy booking.
Yeah,
progress, equality.
Yep. Hey, so the New Day came out against the Dudleys, and Xavier Woods was dressed like Rufio.
I love that guy. He was tweeting yesterday about how he needed people in Houston who did hair, and I guess he found somebody.
So good. So good. Like, they're clear. They're honestly the best thing about the WWE right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it's a. If you think about what we were saying about them around WrestleMania, it's a fucking miracle. I mean, we were done with them. We were hoping they'd get cut so they could go somewhere else. I think they were done with the bullshit babyface act, and now I mean, they got that table for 3 special. They've been all over WWE social media and regular social media. They know they've gotten some main event spots on Raw, not by themselves, but working with Cena, which is a sign that somebody recognizes you're doing something right. It's pretty amazing. It's awesome.
Yep, and this match wasn't bad. Like it wasn't great. It wasn't a bad match. I'm cool with the Dudleys being back. You know, like the DQ was fine.
Mm-hmm.
It just this wasn't a bad match. It just kind of was there.
I think it was probably good for where it was on the card. You just needed something to sort of go ahead with it, and yeah, I thought. Yeah, I don't know. The DQ is a little bit lazy, but we all knew this feud was going on farther than this, no matter who won. So now it will. I like that after all the save the table stuff all week, the New Day did the really heel thing, which is we were just working you guys, get a table, we're gonna put them through it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm always really entertained. I don't know. I can't think of like a classic New Day match that they put on that's like a 5-star classic or whatever. But I'm always entertained because they're in the gimmick. They're always doing stuff. The trombone is equally entertaining and annoying. It's like the perfect heel thing. Yeah, they're great.
Like Big coming in, tagging in and yelling at Bubba Ray and going, old man, go home. This is my time, not yours. Yep. Like things like that are perfect.
Yep.
And these guys, like, they took a gimmick that sucked and then they turned it into gold.
Mm-hmm.
Or bronze, because the copper. I don't know.
Those ugly ass penny belts they have to carry. Yeah,
the terrible belts. But these guys, like, legitimately, it's not that they're having great matches; they're having good matches.
Mm-hmm.
But what's happening though is like all the stuff that they do is just incredible, and like. This wasn't a great match. It wasn't a bad match. It was a match, but I was happy. And, like, again, what you brought up, like, the whole, like, super heel thing of just, like, get the table.
Mm-hmm.
Just little things like that are perfect.
I mean, that's like Xavier, when he was doing that was like it was like a comic book villain revealing his plan. He was so pleased with himself, and people were like booing, and JBL's going, oh, but I thought you wanted to save the tables, and he's doing an evil laugh. It's just fun. And that's what we want. I mean, that's something that I liked about this show is there was some great wrestling on it, and there was some stuff like this that was just goofy fun. And that's what, I mean, wrestling doesn't always have to be fucking serious. We watch it because sometimes it's insanely dumb, but don't insult my intelligence. You can be dumb without insulting my intelligence, and that's what the New Day can do.
Right. That's really what it is. Like, they're not insulting my intelligence. They're just making it happen.
It looks like if you and me went out there and tried to like do a gimmick, we wouldn't be as good as them, but we'd be trying to do something like that. We'd just try to be like goofy assholes.
Right.
Some might say that we are already, but hey.
I mean, we are goofy assholes. Man, like, but we go from this is, I guess we're going backwards, but this match that we're about to talk about, the Rusev Ziggler match, that was where they lost me. I think that's where the night kind of took like a really, really downturn. And it's not because it was a bad match. Ziggler and Rusev have chemistry together, and it's not bad, but like I'm so over this. Like I'm so over Summer Rae being there. I'm so over Ziggler having to pretend to be a face. I'm so over, Rusev. Like he's a cuckold. Like is that what he is?
That's the gimmick, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. He's back to. I don't know. This is the one. This is the insulting my intelligence one. This is the one where I have to explain it out loud, or I have to write it out loud, type it. I feel dumber for having done it. I feel like this is why I don't tell people I watch wrestling. Is this angle right here? Right.
Like again, like it's not a bad match, and I want to point that out.
I actually like the match. I like Dolph. I'm not the biggest Dolph fan, but but watching him get thrown around by an athletic hoss is what is something that I like to see him That's how I like to see him perform.
Right.
So I thought it was a good match for what it was, but we've seen it before a bunch of times, and I'm still, I'm not just trying to be an ironic smark. I find myself rooting for Rusev in it because Dolph is just such a skis, right down to having a picture of his girlfriend on his crotch that he, kisses his fingers and then slaps on during his entrance. That's not anybody I want to be friends with or root for or whatever. It's a great heel gimmick.
And he's the face in this.
Right.
And, like, Summer Rae, was she trying to throw the shoe at the referee?
Cole said she was trying to throw it at Dolph, but Dolph wasn't even really anywhere near it. He was laying down in the background. So I guess she was trying to throw it at the referee. Who throws a shoe?
Did you see Rusev's tweet after the match?
No, what did he say?
I'll put it in the chat because you're gonna want to post it. But all it was is just women. So it's amazing. I guess I don't know. I'm hoping the rumors all week have been that the feud is over, that they want to blow it off as quickly as possible because they know it's not working. Hopefully this would be it. But I don't know. But there's still, they could definitely still do that. Tweet makes me think they're still going to do like now Rusev is mad at Summer and get back with Lana.
I don't know. I don't want it. I would love to see what I would do going as a segue back to I think the next match before this, or maybe I'm skipping one. I don't know. I would love to see Rusev turn face and go after the Intercontinental title now. Or don't even turn face, just do it as like tweener versus tweener feud.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch the shit out of some Kevin Owens Rusev matches.
Yep. This feud officially killed off 3 characters. Like Summer Rae never mattered, so but it killed off 3 people.
I think Rusev is, in my opinion, I have a bit of a higher opinion of him because I think he's managed to make some crap entertaining at times.
Right.
But yeah, it's not a good look for anybody. I don't see how anybody in the arena is like, yeah, that's my guy now.
Yeah, like you killed off Lana completely. Like that character's gone, done.
Yeah.
Rusev looks kind of like a goof, and like he'll look like a goof in this entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Dolph Ziggler is like kind of sort of rapey.
yeah, pretty much. Definitely, at best, like a sleazy guy that will sleep with anybody. At worst, maybe a little rapey. Yeah.
Right. Like it's not good look, man.
No.
No.
I think my fantasy booking of this and something that I wrote last week. If you wanted to fix it for me, I would do a double turn with Rusev and Ziggler, and then I would have Lana come back and say, remember how back in NXT, how when I was running the show and you were just doing the wrestling, how great we were? Let's get back to that. And then they're like a babyface version of their power couple. Yeah, but that won't happen.
Nope.
She'll come back wearing like a Dolph face on a bikini or something, and I don't.
We got bra and panties matches.
Yep.
I don't know, man. You know what was good? Which I enjoyed? Kevin Owens winning a title.
That was nice. I didn't know if it was going to happen. They sucked me in. I thought they were just going to put Rusev over, but they didn't.
You mean Ryback?
Ryback, yeah. R word. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah.
You mean the big guy?
The big guy. Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This wasn't a bad match.
It wasn't bad. It was. Ryback's not really good. I don't think.
No,
but.
he's not. He is not good. Ryback is officially not good. But he, Kevin Owens got a match out of him. And Kevin Owens wasn't getting buried, guys. He's still around.
Yep.
He's still a wrestler. It just yeah.
And they've even changed up the announcer thing. Like I think JBL or somebody said tonight that he's what a wrestler looks like, or at least they said that he said that, so they're not just making fat jokes about him. Yeah, he's going to be fine. He's too talented to hold down. I don't know if he's going to be a WWE champion, but he's a really useful guy to have at this level for a while, and maybe he will go up to the next level.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Hopefully, he does something with the title, because that's the title that should mean something. The Intercontinental title should mean something.
That's the one that was going to be, when they gave it to Bryan at Mania, it was so that it could become this fighting man's title. They were going to fucking build SmackDown around it, was the rumor. And Owens is the guy that they could do that with again now, I think. I mean, he would be a great top heel on SmackDown.
Yep.
And look how great NXT was with him as the top heel. So
and it works because the heel should have the title with a babyface chasing him.
Yep. That's one of the models. Yep.
But this wasn't a bad match. It just was. It wasn't memorable, but it wasn't a bad match.
No, I think, like I said, I thought they did. This was another match where the psychology was all about he worked over his left shoulder, and then he still sort of did some moves that involved using his left shoulder. But at least he struggled with them a little bit more than Charlotte did when she locked on the figure eight. So, I thought it was. They got to the right place with it. They told a decent story with it. Owens is cutting. He's on Twitter saying he's taking the belt home to his son. So he's still working the reality gimmick. It's great. I mean, this is where we need him to be in a prominent position like this. That's going to lead to shows that we enjoy more. So, amen. Rock on, KO. Don't block me on Twitter.
It's one of the best things about Twitter. And then
I never even tag him in anything when I tweet about him because I don't want him to block me just because I say I like him. I'm scared of Kevin Owens.
Hey, Sean, did you watch Neville and Lucha Dragons versus Stardust?
I did. It was a match.
It was a match. Definitely was a match.
It was a good opener. They put the Ascension with Cody, and so they won. That's good. Neville got in a version of his spot. Kalisto, I still don't understand why they're not pushing that guy, but he got in a few of his spots. Sin Cara didn't botch anything too much.
Good for him.
It was a kickoff match.
Huh.
Was that an actual cricket I just heard it from your side, or?
Yeah, it was an actual cricket. This match definitely happened.
It was on a pre-show, and it happened.
That's about it. It wasn't. There's nothing else to talk about with this match.
Yeah, I don't know where this is going. I don't know. I guess, yeah.
Man, I feel bad for Neville.
He's super over. I mean, he's like, I don't know, guys like people like that when I was a kid, like guys like, fucking the murderer Jimmy Snuka used to be like that. Like, it didn't matter what he did. You just would always pop when he came on because he was going to do crazy shit. You'd like to cheer for him.
Right.
Neville's at that place. He's fine, but yeah, he's really small, and as my wife likes to remind me every time she walks by when he's on the screen, he's really not attractive.
Nope.
So he's got a tough road to hoe. I mean, being the guy that jerks the curtain and gets paid a WWE salary to do it is probably not a bad place for him.
Yeah, just
you could feud him with Owens now too. I mean, that would be a fun Intercontinental feud.
Yeah, I guess, but like.
I sense that you're not that into it, Matt.
I'm not what's crazy to me, and I agree with you, is that they should have been pushing Kalisto way more.
Especially they're about to go to Mexico, and the rumors is that they're worried about people being pissed about the lack of Latinos on the roster and the Del Rio racist comments. So they're going to bring back Taker and like HBK for the show. Or you could push this super talented Mexican American on your roster who looks like the guy that you got rid of. I don't understand it. I don't understand why they don't want to push him. Even as a tag team. They'd be a great feud with New Day.
Aren't they supposed to get El Torito?
That even better. I mean, El Torito, the Matadors turned on El Torito, so he's a free agent, I guess.
Yep, and now you can make him El
Dragonito.
El Dragonito, and he's just dragon. He's basically what Ricky Steamboat's little kid was at WrestleMania. Just dress him up as a dragon.
Right. Exactly.
Like a baby outfit dragon. I don't know, man. It's fuck. Like,
Put him in a baby outfit, dragon fuck.
yeah.
Those are the last words Matt just said, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Sean,
Yes, sir.
you want to talk about anything else?
I don't think so. Like I said, I think I need to go check on Geno. I'm a little bit worried about him.
This was a good show, Sean. We did a good job tonight.
We did. Great job, Matt.
We did a good job, Sean.
We were super.
We were great. Fuck.
All right, I'm gonna go check on Geno. What's next? I think we got a takeover in October. We should probably do a show for them.
We got the Beast in Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah, when is that? Is that before takeover or after?
I don't know. Possibly.
I don't really give a shit about that, but we'll see.
But
at least it won't be at 5 a.m, so you might be awake for it.
I will be awake for it.
Nice. That's a problem. You heard it here first, Cagesiders. Matt Roth will be awake.
Yep.
In early October. Be able to